Awesome. All right. Yeah. So I guess let's talk about just the adjustment of being over there. What's that been like? You said it's a different life.
Yep.
Hours ahead. How have you gotten used to that?
Yeah, so I haven't really figured the sleeping thing out very well yet because me and my Micah Hackett, my roommate, we like to watch the NBA playoffs. So those games don't come on. They were coming on at like 2:30 and 4. Now it's just 2:30. So my sleeping schedule is terrible. But living here is different, but it's been good because the guys are pretty accepting and they've showed us the ropes and like little things like parking. Parking isn't free here, so you got to pay for parking or walk, and it's a lot more walking than you're used to.
How much walking are we talking?
We're like, so there is one spot you can park for free, but it's like literally a mile from everything. So minimum, you walk a mile to get where you want to go. Minimum, which is fine. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's just much different than America. We can go park right beside where you want to go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's crazy. I can't imagine doing that. Let's talk about that first game. Do you have any nerves going into that game? Just like, oh, this is my first professional football game, or was it just kind of like any other prep?
There was nerves, but it wasn't because of what it was. It was just because I get nervous right before the game. It was good nerves. It wasn't nervous nerves. It was nerves that means I still love. It told me that I'm still doing what I need to do. Because I think the day you play a game where you're not nervous, or at least for me, because I get a little nervous, is the day that you really don't care. So I think that it was good. The nerves were good. I mean, as far as the game goes, it's different. It felt a lot different not having the dudes that I've had play with me for the last 4 years. Either the offensive line, which was amazing at UMHB. I knew them guys had my back. Looking out and having weapons all over the field, it was different. It it was a good experience. We lost obviously 51-48. I've never scored 48 in a game and lost before. We gave up. It was like a Hail Mary right before halftime. We're up 7 right before. Oh no, we're up 7 right before the half. No, we're up 4 right before the half. I'm sorry. They throw a 70-yard touchdown with like 2 seconds to go, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, then we're down 10 with like 3.5 minutes to go. We score a touchdown. The defense causes a fumble. We pick it up. We go score again. So now we're up 3 with about a minute and 20, a minute 15 seconds. First play from scrimmage, a 70-yard post drop for a touchdown. So it was a game of like a roller coaster type game, really.
No, I saw the final score and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not much defense being played.
not a whole lot of defense. No.
But I do some of the defense that was being played. But Micah had that interception, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
Micah had an interception and a fumble recovery.
yeah. How cool is that? I mean, you said you guys are roommates too. How cool is that just to kind of be going on this journey with him as well and see him, get to succeed in that way?
Yeah, seeing him play again has been real fun because last year he was a GA for us. His last game playing, I guess, was a national championship. And it's fun seeing him play because I know that's what he wants to do. And it's always fun seeing an athlete on the field. And, like he said, the first half he felt like a little like getting back into it. But the second half is kind of when he started dominating and he ended up with like over 10 tackles, an interception, and a fumble recovery. So it's a pretty good game for your first game back in 2 years. So, I mean, it was awesome seeing Micah have the success or continue the success that he had when we were in school. And we also have Jefferson Fritz coming over. He's supposed to get here within a week or so. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty good game for yourself too. I mean,
Yeah.
like I think I tweeted it. Nothing changed from your UMHB days.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a third stat line. How did you feel like you played? And what'd you make of your first start there?
First of all, it was just fun getting back on the field and being live and seeing defenses and all that. I'm kind of disappointed with the turnover number. I'm kind of known, or I kind of pride myself on not really turning the ball over too much. So, I mean, one of them at the end of the game was a Hail Mary, so I don't really count. I mean, that doesn't matter to me. But the two before that were kind of, I don't know, they were very uncharacteristic. Tried to fit a post ball in when probably shouldn't have. It was a moment in the game. It was like a 4th and 8. I felt like we needed to try to have a spark, and and the defender made a good play on that. But yeah, 430 yards and 7 touchdowns. I can't complain too much. I wish I could if I could just on one interception, just one, and I think we'd had a better shot to win the game. So kind of took responsibility for that after the game, talking to the team, trying to keep their morale up and, just let them know that you can't turn the ball over and win games. So I took that one.
Have you heard from the people back home, your teammates back at UMHB, the coaches? I mean, what have they been kind of telling you with this journey?
Yeah, so I mean, I talked to Coach Padron. He's the offensive coordinator. Actually, even Coach Lee, which was the offensive coordinator when we won the national championship. He's now the head coach at Cisco Junior College. Talked to him pretty regularly. Coach Fred, I've talked to Coach Fred 3 or 4 times since being here. Talked to Harmon a couple times. It's all kind of the same thing, just they just want to talk and check in and try to give you a little bit of normalcy in your life. I guess that's a word. They're very supportive. They're genuinely curious of how stuff is always going here. So, and like the teammates, they all checked in yesterday, like before the game, like, hey, good luck, do what you do, and then check in after the game. It's cool to know how many people were watching. A lot of my teammates were watching, which is cool.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to find that stream. I didn't find it
Yeah.
until maybe like the third quarter, and then I was like, oh, it's kind of too late at this point.
Yeah.
Is there any way? I'm sure you guys have like game film or anything. Is there any way to send some of that stuff over, like so we could like
Dude,
put video?
I think 48 hours after our game, the whole game is posted on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's every game in the GFL, I think.
Okay, so I would have to wait. Well, I guess was that on? That was on.
Because we haven't got the game film yet.
Okay. But do you think it would be posted? You think it'd be posted already?
I don't know.
Yeah, let me GFL YouTube. Because that would be good to throw obviously some video of you and Micah
Right.
In the mix.
Yeah. For sure.
Is Micah there too?
Yeah, he's actually I hadn't seen him this morning. I don't know if he's awake yet, but he's here.
Yeah, if he's not awake, I figured if he was just walking around, I could talk to him about his game too. But yeah, not a big deal if he's not up. But yeah, cool. What do you hope to? I guess my last question is like, what do you hope to get out of your time in Germany and just kind of developing your game there?
Yeah, my main plan out of Germany is I'm here for 6 months. I'm trying, and I'm never, I come from where I come from. It's not like people just travel all the time. So I doubt I'll ever be back in Germany ever. My goal is I want to play in the United States. I want to play in the USFL, the XFL, or go to Canada. I would love to be in Canada. I'm hoping I can have a good enough season and good enough stats where maybe I can finally get some recognition. I don't know really what else I could have done at UMHB to get some of that kind of recognition. Maybe win the second national championship. That's valid, but separating my shoulder in that last game against North Central, it really hurt me in a way where not even the second half. I'm not worried about that game, but I missed a few combines that I was invited to just because I couldn't throw for like 2.5, 3 months because it took my shoulder forever to heal. So I'm hoping I can get some good film here and just get a shot at the USFL really or XFL. Watching those guys play. I mean, there's some big names and there's some really good players, but man, seeing the bottom end of that league it's hard to believe that I can't play with those guys. That's just a personal opinion, I don't really speak much on that because I'm not here to bash anybody because I know how hard the quarterback position is. But down deep, I really feel like I belong playing in one of those leagues.
No, I totally get that. I mean, when you look at the body of work, also at UMHB, like you said, I don't know what else you really could have done to separate yourself. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, good to see you still doing well, even even
Yeah.
in a whole nother country. I've never been to
Across the Atlantic.
Germany. Hope it's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck, and yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Man, I appreciate it. And I'll try to let you know when that game is posted.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, cool.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Kyle.
All right. See you, bub.
See you.